You know that feeling when you're about to code? You have a project idea, it's early in the morning or late at night, whichever lie you want to tell yourself. You got some coffee or some tea next to you, the outside air just beyond your window is cool, maybe lightly drizzling a bit, and nothing. Just like that, the momentum is gone and you go back to what you're doing best. Yeah, that sucks, doesn't it? Anyways, here's a project intended for advanced beginners to low intermediates. Definitely for intermediates if you decide to make a proper graphical user interface. It's a basic multi-purpose calculator, or a simple life calculator as OCR would call it. It's part of the A-level coding challenges thing. So this is the project overview. When the user opens it up, they should be presented with some options. It says free here, but I'm going to do something extra. See, one of the options is calculating the tax. So how about we present different tax options, that being income, capital gains, and dividends. The other options are for VAT and the basic calculator. Though I think it will be useful if when you click on it, the options stayed on the screen until you close them rather than it being a one option at a time thing. If you're the kind of guy that looks at this and thinks, that's not difficult, perfect. This is a little warm-up project. If you think, damn, this is kind of packed, also perfect. This is how you become the first guy. So what would you actually get out of this? Well, I immediately see experience with project planning, though it's not as in-depth as some of the other projects. So if you specifically want to learn project planning, I made a video where I code that kind of project. The main thing I see though is generalization and procedural abstraction, especially when it comes to the tax splits. Aside from the specific numbers, it should all be very similar logic which allows you to code one function and then reuse it later for different things. Another big thing I see is a GUI, which if you haven't done it before, it can seem daunting, but making a nice interface is a skill in of itself, and this project's interface isn't going to be too confusing. Another thing that's also a skill is understanding the different methods and functions that you'd be using, including any inbuilt libraries. Of course, I'm talking more about Python, but I imagine doing it in C or Java will still require the inbuilt functions, just like it would require nested logics and handling scripts properly. And by scopes, I mean what stuff would you make local and what stuff would you make global. A lot of the learning comes from implementation, which is derived from the language you're using and the tools within that language. This is a bit of a shorter video, but it's best to learn a language through projects, and I think this one is neat, so I decided to make it. I have done actual walkthroughs where I teach and get you to do it yourself instead of just showing the code like so many people do. But when it comes to this project, I haven't made a video on it yet. I have a few more things planned out first, but when I do get around to doing it, it will be up on your screen now. Until then, watch some of my project walkthroughs or something. I don't know, I'm not your dad, you decide.